Hello.
You always get the first word, do you? I didn't notice it until like the end. I'm sorry.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like to say the first word because I don't know. Everyone needs an introduction, so I feel like the show needs an introduction. So
Right.
you lagged there for a second,
Okay.
but you
Okay.
better
So
tell me
I
what you.
actually, if my camera starts to get a little, well, if my camera starts to get a little laggy, I'm just gonna turn it off. Oh.
I actually, if my camera starts to get.
So just tell me that. Okay. Well,
Okay.
I titled this stream Judas thoughts on the Mandalorian. So you actually just finished watching the Mandalorian like a week or so. How long has it been? Or
2 weeks now probably that I finished it. Maybe a
2
week
weeks?
and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a week and a half. Nice. So you didn't watch it all when it came out. You waited for it to all come out, and then you watched it like that. All right. I think that's how you did it, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Well, wait. Can you hear me?
What?
You can hear me, right?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention there for a second.
It's okay. I got you. So let's go ahead and get right into talking about it. We're actually going to be streaming a little bit on the Luca Lounge after this one. So if you want to
Yeah.
join us there as well, feel free to
And
join,
if you
I
don't
guess.
subscribe, I don't care if you don't like sports. You will subscribe and you will watch every video that the Luca Lounge produces.
And so with the
How it's gonna work.
parakeet. So with the parakeet.
I covered their cage too, so they wouldn't be loud. Hey, shush it over there.
It's okay. They have a good. It's like a background music, you know. It's like our natural
jungle.
background music. Right. Okay. Well, what did you think of the Mandalorian overall as a whole show? Like, what would you rate it?
8.5 out of 10.
Okay, so I see that you are a pretty strict. You're pretty strict when you're rating your shows. I would have to guess.
I suppose.
I suppose.
It's a good show. It's got good. Good. It's a good all around show. I mean, there's nothing really. It's hard for any show to be a perfect 10. I mean, that's like you'd have to hit like the only show that's a perfect 10 is like the first 4 seasons of the Andy Griffith Show.
That is
the first
yeah,
5 seasons.
I would agree.
The first 5 seasons had Barney Fife. That is the only show that is deserving of a perfect 10 in existence. Is only the first 5 seasons, because after that the show drops to like an 8.
I would have to say maybe a 7. It's still good, but not as good with Barney. Which most of the people here. Who's Barney?
Barney, no one will ever be as good as Barney at being like not a straight man. What are they? I don't know, like a kind of a sidekick, just funny person, I suppose.
Funny person, right? That's how you say it.
There's a term for in shows like someone that's kind of in like sitcoms, someone that's essentially fulfilling Barney's role as being like the secondary star, but something. Never mind. I'm not gonna keep talking about this. Mandalorian's good. Favorite episode, probably 7. 7 was really good. 8 was good. 8 was good, obviously. 8's probably.
Which one was 7? I can't remember. 7.
Oh, that's
was that the one when he takes his helmet off?
They went to the mine and they blew up the mine, and all that jazz.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Did you hear? I assume you heard that Cara Dune's not going to be back.
Oh, I did hear about that. I was gonna make a video on it, but I was like, you know what? My channel's all positive news, so I don't want.
Yeah,
it's all positive.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gina Carano, is that her name? I think she got fired.
It's a hard thing to talk about because it's a bit controversial, but yeah.
Right. But I guess we won't be seeing her in the new. There's a new show.
Yeah, I don't know if her character is that large of a loss. I mean, they had already kind of, like, in the last episode, she was just like, well, no, it's a big loss. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. She's a good character, but I don't know.
Right. Somehow we have a dislike on the video. Somebody disliked it.
Which one?
We have 4. It says 4 likes and 1 dislike.
Oh. Change that dislike.
It's okay. I've gotten dislikes before.
I will find you. I dislike. Right, man.
I dislikes it.
I dislikes it. That's how a Russian man would say it, wouldn't he? Because he doesn't know English very well.
I dislikes it. Putin. It's always had to be Putin.
Wait.
Oh, man.
I'm just putting on my glasses.
Let me get my glasses.
Gotta do it every time.
The bird liked it.
Change that like. I don't care if you actually legitimately dislike the video. That is not a valid reason for a dislike. The only valid reason for a dislike is if it is YouTube Rewind. In which case, that is a valid reason for a dislike, because YouTube Rewind is trash.
And this is not YouTube Rewind. Or is it?
Exactly. That is the only... Or if it's like someone saying something crazy, or anything like that, or if someone's like, you can dislike videos where someone's like ranting about masks or whatever, but everything else is unacceptable. Okay, let's spread positivity. I'm just kidding. I don't.
Yeah,
care
that's what I try to do. Okay. So now into negative news. What was your least favorite Mandalorian episode?
Oh, 6.
6. So that was the one with Boba Fett. Are you not a Boba Fett fan?
I know. I'm controversial, but I know, right? You're shaking your head. That's right.
Well, it was definitely not my favorite, but come on, it's Boba Fett. Why don't you like him?
It's Boba Fett, but what I still don't understand, why was he so angry? Like, I just felt like there was more to his anger than just him whacking a bunch of people. I get, like, it was his first combat scene and as his character, so they wanted to kind of do it a little over the top, and but it just kind of felt like a cheesy action movie scene. Like, he's got this tough man face, and he's got his big stick, and he's just hitting. I'm breaking some plastic off of some stormtrooper headgear. Yeah,
like me. Like me.
Yeah, we're breaking some plastic off. It's just like,
okay.
Okay, I'm done with Judah. Fine, leave, get out. We don't need you.
Okay, I'm done with Judah. Okay, I'm not done with them. Agree, but respectfully
it was
disagree.
An okay episode. Okay, that was not like even my least favorite part of the episode. Honestly, the writing was just not that good. Like, someone else, a different director, could have taken that episode if they were a better writer, and they could have made it better, and you still could have had the over-the-top Boba Fett combat scene, and you would have been just fine. It was just the writing was a little...
Okay, I think I see where you're coming from, because I remember you telling me that you didn't like the part when the Mandalorian was trying to grab Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah,
the Force shield.
Different times. He tried 3 different times in that episode to break through this force field. As like, isn't this guy like real smart? Wouldn't he know, like, after like the first or the second time, that like this thing keeps, like, I try to push through it and it like tosses me 20 feet back? Wouldn't he know that, like, hey,
you would think
this isn't going to work? Nothing has changed. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Wow. How did you know I had this shirt on?
I didn't. But I'm just saying, like, the definition
Jeremy,
of
this is
insanity
Jeremy.
is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So I thought that was a little strange. Maybe the idea was like he's very stressed and he just he's got to get Baby Yoda out of there. But I don't know. I felt that was just kind of pointless. Like, I felt like they were just
I think I see where you're
fill
coming from.
I felt like they were almost trying to fill episode time by having him just go back, you know, to try to rescue Baby Yoda again and again. Or Grogu, I apologize.
You know, maybe he did. I mean, I think he didn't know what that thing was. I think he was like, what is happening?
But
or, you know, in movies, they always try things whenever.
I mean, after meeting with Ashoka, doesn't he know more about the Force? Judah equals Mr. Beast. You know, Mr. Beast is from North Carolina, and I'm from North Carolina, so I guess that's kind of true. But I do not have tons and tons of money to give away to people. Okay. I really wish I did, but I don't. But Mr. Beast is from North Carolina, so I suppose you're not entirely wrong.
I don't know how he knew. 10.49 million. Okay. You're only one of 10.48.
Wait, what? Your audio's cutting in and out real bad.
Is the Mandalorian Force sensitive? Oh.
Mandalorian.
Okay.
No, she's saying Mandalorian, or he is. I don't know. Mandalorian is Force sensitive. No, he's not.
Do you think that?
No.
I do remember him.
I swear, like, if every main character in every Star Wars thing is Force sensitive, then that's just kind of pointless. Like, there's no, like, people that are Force sensitive are not like the majority of the Star Wars universe here. So, no, the Mandalorian's not Force sensitive. I don't think they're going to ever write that into the show.
I remember
because
one
they wanted
time.
To pander, but I think that would be stupid.
Maybe, but I think I remember one time in episode 7, he was trying to use the Force. Like, he pushed his hands, like when he was on that train at the very end of those, what do you call it? Those people who were raiding him to that place. Do you remember that? He was on this train. And then he kind of pushes his hands. I'm not sure. He tried to, though.
That was all just fighting. He was just fighting. He's just a really good warrior. But he's not Force sensitive. At least I hope not. I think that would just kind of be pointless. Because then it's like, oh my god, really? Another Force sensitive character? Like, is everyone... I get like the Jedi are like almost like the ruling class of... I get like the Jedi are almost like the ruling class of the Star Wars universe. But like, if every Star Wars thing is about like the highest class, then isn't it like space Downton Abbey at some point? I don't know.
Maybe. That would be interesting. Okay,
actually,
here's another interesting subject. What did you think of
quickly? If anyone that works for like ITV in Britain,
sure.
PBS or the BBC or anything really, I would like to petition you to make a space version of Downton Abbey. I would definitely watch a space version of Downton Abbey. Please make a space version of Downton Abbey. I don't care what you have to do. Send the entire, Isles of Britain into space and have them all be space nobility. That would be stupid but fun.
Okay, maybe. Well,
I'm coming up with random crazy ideas, so I apologize.
No, that's interesting perspective.
Inner workings of my feverish mind are an enigma, my friend.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. What did you think of the finale of The Mandalorian?
Good.
Like the very ending.
Good. Solid finale. I mean, before I watched it, I had already known that Luke was going to be in it because I'd read a tech article about how they like essentially deep faked a young Luke Skywalker. That was a little creepy because like he's not young anymore. So, you know, you're literally looking at this guy and it looked a little weird. So like because I looked at it very closely knowing that obviously it's just like a 3D thing. And you can see the way his mouth moves. It is incredibly realistic, but it's not quite human. It's incredibly realistic, but it's not quite human. So yeah, it does look a little weird.
Like a video game almost.
Yeah, it did look
You know, I saw
a super realistic video game. Yeah, I think that's honestly a really good comparison. It's like it was so close to
whenever similar to when in Rogue One, those video games.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to share my screen. Hold on. Sorry. Speaker. iMac. Here, I'm switching something up quick.
Okay.
So these people, they made this new Luke.
Audio is not so great.
What do you call it? I think it looks
tendency to keep cutting out.
Oh man, why? Can you see this?
Mm-hmm. Is this supposed to be like a different ending or something?
Yeah, it's like an edited version of him. Does that look more like him?
No. Honestly, I think it was worse. I think the title... the CGI was worse. I'd hate to say it. I mean, I'm sure they put a lot of effort into it, but it honestly looked worse to me.
Oh man, that would be okay.
I also feel bad for them because I'm sure Disney's like copyrighted the video and is taking all their revenue for it. So
there's like 3 million people who saw that.
Good old Disney.
Right. Well, you have any other? So, what's your final thoughts on The Mandalorian as a show? Like, as each episode went by, what were you thinking of it, dude? Just
good show.
Something in particular?
No real complaints.
How'd you like Ahsoka?
No complaints. Good character. That was actually a good episode. I liked that episode. It might have been like, was it one episode or 2 episodes? No, it was just one. For whatever reason, I thought it was 2. No, that was a good episode. I like that. This was one of the better episodes, I think.
Yeah, I do too. I liked episode 5. Well, my favorite was episode probably. I like the last one, but I would have to say 5 because we learned a lot about Baby Yoda. Like we actually learned his name. We learned like his backstory and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty interesting.
I like episode 5 was the one with Ahsoka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good episode. Mm-hmm. Probably in the top 3. Yeah, I'd have to say in the top 3.
You remember that scene? What the powers can do to somebody? Because she was Anakin's apprentice. Throughout I don't know if you've seen the Clone Wars or not. Have you? The
animated series?
Right. Yeah.
No.
You haven't? No. Do you plan on watching it soon?
Maybe. Probably. Isn't it like 8 seasons? It's something that's just like kind of get into and watch because it's a lot of content.
It is 7 seasons.
How many episodes?
Right. Yeah. Like my dad, he's been trying to watch it. So there's usually about 24 episodes, I think, a season, but the last two were only 13 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
yeah,
like,
my
how long
favorite
is it?
was they're usually about 24 minutes. Some are longer, some are shorter, but they're pretty interesting. My favorite was in season 7. That the last 4 episodes were literally like it was just adding on to Revenge of the Sith, the movie. It came out last year actually. It was awesome. I think it was just like another perspective of Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that I mean that
Oh, okay,
sounds.
buddy.
Sub to Bud's
Buzz Gaming.
Gaming.
That's actually a
Um.
friend of mine. So if you want to, yeah, sure.
Okay. I might
Yeah.
give it a shove. Maybe. As long as your
He,
content's good, youngin.
yeah. He actually let me see. He had 50 subscribers yesterday, and then he went on that stream with me. I was telling you about yesterday, and he had 70 now.
So you're proud
But
of the fact that you bumped him up 20 subscribers?
yeah, I guess so. I didn't do it, but the people I guess who were watching they
Ooh,
liked it.
Didn't you create a Kahoot, or did you play that without me?
We are actually going to do that sometime in the future. But yeah, when everybody can, we're going to be playing a Kahoot game with a bunch of people. So that's going to be like all, not just Star Wars, but like Star Wars, DC. Maybe have some Andy Griffith Show questions.
DC.
You ever seen? Like, it's
Marvel
like Superman.
too?
Yeah, sure.
Can
And the
we
Andy
have
Griffith
like a
Show.
history category? Or like,
The Andy Griffith Show.
can we have a history category or science or anything?
How about and a World War II category?
I'll take that.
You're gonna beat us all on that. That's your specialty.
Well, I wouldn't say my specialty is world. Well, I do know a good bit about World War II.
Yeah.
There was a funny thing. There was a clip just recently because I read about it in the newspaper. So like on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert that ran after the Super Bowl, he gave as like kind of a kind gesture. He gave like one small business that's been struggling during the pandemic, like a their very own Super Bowl ad, and it's like way over the top. But it's funny. It's got like Sam Elliott and Tom Hanks in it. But it happened to go to Foggy Pine Books, which is a bookstore in Boone, which is like 25 minutes from where I live. Yeah, I live outside of Boone, above Boone and Banner Elk. So that was pretty cool. I'm epic at World War II.
I'm epic at World War II.
I know everything there is to know.
He knows everything there is. Oh, that's Glenn.
Good for you.
Okay.
Were you there?
Who was the person who started World War II?
Wow.
Do you know that?
Well, I mean, you could boil it down to Hitler, but I mean, there's a lot of causes for the war.
Hitler. That's right. It all led up to a bunch of stuff.
YouTube's probably going to give you like a copyright strike for even saying the word Hitler. Like from now on, if I refer, because I think I've seen like people that do like history videos on YouTube, and they'll try to not say the word HILTER because it gets them like not copyright strike, but it just gets them like a community guideline strike. Because YouTube's crazy strict. I mean, you can't even talk about history.
Okay, well,
I'll
be extra strict.
I'm not radicalizing anyone, YouTube.
Apparently, you can't talk about this random stuff as well. I'm not going to talk about that though.
YouTube is crazy. YouTube is crazy. Sweet Alabama, sweet home Alabama, da, 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 da. Where the skies are so blue. And people, I won't say that. Stop talking about it. You're legit gonna get banned. That's what mine got banned from. World War II, World War II, World War II. Take
Talking
take
about
that,
World War
YouTube.
II.
Take that.
No,
YouTube.
please don't. I
Oh,
can't about.
YouTube doesn't care about context. I'm telling you.
YouTube kicked you out.
Fact I can't talk
They
about
kicked you out whenever you
started.
started.
The sheer fact I can't talk about history without having to worry that I'm going to like give your channel a strike is ludicrous.
I think so as well. Yeah. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. If you want to join us in the Luca Lounge, we're gonna be adding to our conversation.
I'm just going to call Hitler from. Whoops. I'm going to call him from now on. I'm just going to call him Scary Mustache Man because that's more appropriate. YouTube, isn't it? Scary Mustache Man. That's more appropriate. Because it makes more sense to give him like this weird, almost semi-endearing name rather than to just call him by his name. YouTube, if you're listening, and you're not because you don't care, change your policies. Oh, can I talk about that list?
Yeah, sure. Before we stop,
get more people. I just want to quickly get more people mad at me now that I've ticked a few people off because about the whole all rights reserved at Leonard Skinner. All rights reserved. Yes, I would like to say I did not write that song. Crispy Duck, welcome. We missed you.
Crispy Duck.
Good to see you, Crispy.
Okay.
That's the worst. I just want to look up that.
Have you noticed George Smith? Oh.
Oh, hey, 10.49.
10.49 million. Oh.
Yeah, okay, so there's this article from Screen Rant. Star Wars, the worst character from every movie. Oh, no, this isn't the article. Okay. Okay, well, this is not actually the same article. But, like, for, like, Return of the Jedi, it says the worst character is Boba Fett. Which maybe that just means that, like, every character is so good in that movie that there's no real bad character. But The Empire Strikes Back, worst character it has is Yoda. Yoda! This is ridiculous. I hate this site. It's a garbage site. Okay.
What is that? Screen Rant?
Because the number one character on this list. Wait, number 10 is Battle Droids. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's just the droids from the Clone Wars.
Love that chicken from KFC. Okay. Good talking with you, Colonel. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Wait, the number one character it has now is Jar Jar Binks. Okay, but that's understandable. Yeah, Jar Jar Binks is a
lot of people like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, no one likes
Jar Jar You don't like him either? Oh my.
But this is still not the right article because the other article that I had seen from Screen Rant had Rey as the worst character. But this one has an actually good worst
now
character.
That I agree with.
And Jar Jar Binks. So, like, yeah, Jar Jar Binks is probably the worst character by far.
Do you have an
iPhone? But, like, I swear. Okay, here it is. Star Wars 15 most hated characters. I think this is it. Number 15, they have the Ewoks. I love the Ewoks, okay? That's off. I hate this whole list. Screen Rant, respectfully, fire your entire company. But what they have, I think this is the correct list. I know, respectfully. I'm very respectful. This is also has Jar Jar Binks on the list. Where is that one list I saw? Like, what was it, last night? They have, like, it's ridiculous. They have, like, 5 different top 15 most hated Star Wars characters list on this Screen Rant website. Okay, so on this particular list, Judah with the iPhone 12. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a beautiful iPhone. This is a beautiful Nokia 4.2. Mm-hmm. I got that iPhone 12 Nokia.
Yes.
Misa Jar Jar. But like, okay, so on
Yo,
this
Jar
list,
Jar.
Star Wars 15 most hated characters from Screen Rant. This list is by Jack Otway. Updated October 14th, 2020. Number 15 is Jar Jar Binks. Number 15. And then, let's see. You go all the way to the top of this list. And, yeah, okay, this is the correct list. Rey is the worst character according to this list. Second is Vice Admiral Holdo. And then third is Rose. And fourth is Commander Fox. And 5 is Salacious Crumb. And 6 is Anakin Skywalker, but like the small Anakin Skywalker. Like when he was...
Yeah, Jake Lloyd.
Which I kind of understand. Yeah. Yeah, and then the rest I really don't care. Iron Squadron, I don't know. Yeah, the rest of these actually seem reasonable. It's the rest of these actually seem reasonable. Who's 14 is Mace Windu.
That's Samuel Jackson, his character.
Yeah. 15 is Jar Jar Binks. I don't know why Jar Jar Binks is 15. That's ridiculous. I know everyone hates Jar Jar Binks. It's a weird top 3. So they're all from the most recent trilogy, which I know a lot of people hate. I know a lot of people hate the most recent trilogy, and I kind of get that.
Yeah.
But Vice Admiral Holdo had such a small part. Imagine having a weird name like Judah. I'm gonna get you back. All right. I like my name, but whatever.
Habbing.
Imagine having.
What were we saying?
Imagine saying having in a comment. Your grammar sucks.
George Smith.
Yeah, Vice Admiral Holdo. She didn't have a large enough role in the trilogy. I think
That was a
to even
purple-haired
be
lady.
on the list. Like she just didn't have that big of a role. A lot of people hated Rose, and I never really understood why. I didn't hate her character. Her character wasn't very good. It just kind of suffered from bad writing. But then the one I don't get the most is having Rey as the worst character. Like, she wasn't a bad character. I mean, she wasn't any worse than like
How
Finn,
was she not?
She wasn't any worse than like Finn, who's not on the list, or even Luke Skywalker. So like they could have said that like Luke Skywalker was one of the worst characters in the most recent trilogy, not like in the old trilogies, but in the most recent trilogy. I know a lot of people did not like his character because he was kind of bitter, especially in the second one. But I don't necessarily. I wouldn't have got that either. But the most recent trilogy's biggest problem was its lack of seamless direction. It just didn't really know where it was going. Like each movie was trying to take it a different direction, and especially like the second or what was it? The second or the first? I think it was the second, because they had like 3 different directors. You ended up with this crazy 2.5-hour movie, or 2-hour and 45-minute movie, where it almost felt like you could feel that there were 3 different directors because the movie felt like it was trying to go in 3 different directions. They needed to have one good director, stick with him for all 3 trilogies, and it would have made it better.
If they had this George Lucas directing all of it, I mean, I think that would have been a lot.
Now you gotta remember, George Lucas did make the prequels, and a lot of people hate the prequels.
And
so I mean, So I mean, I don't know if George Lucas directing it would have made a difference. It would have made a difference because if he directed all three, it would have had clear direction.
You know, I'm record that and put that in a separate video so everybody hears what you just said.
About what?
George Lucas.
Yeah. Oh no.
Why?
I don't know because I feel like I'm gonna get like hate for that.
No. I just wondered like my audio cut out and I didn't hear a single thing you said. That's why.
Oh, okay. No, I was saying that George Lucas directed the prequels, which a lot of people dislike. So I don't know if it would have been like an excellent trilogy if George Lucas directed the whole thing, but it wouldn't have suffered from its clear lack of direction because of all the different directors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the
like.
last. So that's really, I mean, this thing kind of says that like that Rey's character or Daisy Ridley's character was, suffers from a lack of whose character arc suffered from a lack of a plan. Yeah, that's very true. But it also kind of says she might have been overpowered, maybe. But isn't like the whole Jedi thing all down to like M count and metachlorians? And so it's like maybe she just has a high M count. I get like
because she's a descendant of Palpatine.
She didn't have a lot of training, but I think that lack of training and the fact that people think she was overpowered just kind of comes to a lack of direction. No one really knew where her character was going. And that's because I don't think the directors even knew where her character was going.
Right, yeah. Like J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, they had totally different ideas for how they wanted to make the movie.
How they wanted to do her character. They just needed to find one good director and stick with him through thick and thin, because even if it didn't turn out great, it would have turned out better. Because it just it comes down to lack of direction, I think, for a lot of the character flaws. But The Rise of Skywalker wasn't bad. A lot of people disliked it. Critics hated it. I don't really know why.
Oh my gosh. But what is happening in the chat? Look, it all began with this. Imagine having a name like George. Glenn, why don't you get on the stream? Busted. Come on. What?
Bucko?
Make me a he said, if we get 75 subs, I will post a boss video. Make me a mod and I'll show you who's boss. Leia not dying in space. Oh, you remember that part when Leia went into space, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that
was interesting.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Rise of Skywalker wasn't bad. It was mediocre, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't like it that much.
It had some good scenes to it. I mean, it was really pandery, in my opinion, to bring back Emperor Palpatine. But
ooh, speaking of that, I want to see. I heard something that there's going to be a Palpatine movie or series about Palpatine when he was young and how he turned to the dark side.
That's ridiculous. We don't need a series for every character.
But come on, Palpatine's like the main villain. He is the villain.
The main villain was Darth Vader in the original.
True. But his
fine if they want to make a Palpatine. I know they're aren't they making like an Obi-Wan?
I think that's what the Acolyte could be about.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder what George Lucas thinks of all this.
Star here. Yeah, this is cool. I can't do a George Lucas accent.
That's what he's thinking.
Exactly.
Hi, Foxglove Studios. Oh, I remember you.
The miniature General Hux. General Hux.
I insult children. I know I'm a good person.
YouTube kicked him out. YouTube kicked you out when you said that.
Wait, really?
No, that was me. I was joking.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. How in the world could YouTube kick me out midstream when we're streaming with StreamYard and not StreamYard? Which it's funny, because I've been using StreamYard to stream with you, all of a sudden I keep getting ads for them. It's starting to annoy me. I'm like, oh my god, I use your service. Stop advertising it to me. Maybe they want me to start my own show.
We had 6 people on here. Can you believe that?
That's shocking. Maybe they want me to start my own show, StreamYard. Call it the Judah Grimmy Show. All in favor.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that,
in favor of the Judah Grimmy Show, say "I" in the comments.
Speaking of that, I'm making a show called The Reverend Martin Show. It's going to be out this summer. It's going to be like, it's going to be filmed in. Some episodes are going to be in black and white, like the Andy Griffith Show. Some episodes are going to be.
Oh, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah, and some are going to be like let me see, like animated. There's an animated setting on my phone, and some are going to be like I have this new camera. Let me show you what it is. I don't know. Can you see this? I'm gonna film it with this for some episodes, which this has like the best zoom like you've ever seen. You cannot get a better zoom than this camera. It is amazing. Here, let me show you what it can do. Oh, the battery just fell out. Let me show you what it can do. Then the battery falls out. Wait, why is everybody typing I? I forgot.
Oh, because I mentioned everyone say I in the comments if you want the Judah Grimmy Show.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's saying I now. Okay. Sub to Buds Gaming. Say
I. Sweet Alabama. Like
WandaVision?
Oh
yeah, I watched WandaVision. That's a good show so far. I'm gonna do we may do a WandaVision podcast on the channel with Ian and Cezzy. They're WandaVision fans. Okay, can you see this? Is it clear?
Kind of.
Hold on, it's really hard to do it. Oh, you can just do it this way. Simple as this. Okay, are you ready to look at you?
Yes.
Are you ready? Okay. That is you. Please. Oh, come on. Of course you moved. Why are you getting lower and lower? It's like impossible. Oh, I'm trying to say this is the best camera, so maybe I'm going to film some of that. I'm also making
going to do that again. I apologize.
I didn't even see what you were doing.
Dance. I deserve. I'm sorry. Oh, Crispy Duck said I am probably almost certainly not going to do my own show, Crispy Duck.
What about my show? I'm doing mine
sincerely.
Yeah.
I hate to let Crispy Duck down.
I actually I'm also doing a show about kind of like I'm Iron Man almost, but like a young version of him. But it's interesting. Let me just say that. So yeah, the other shows I have coming up every Friday at 3 a.m. A show called Finding the Lost Dog is released on my other channel. So if you want to see that with me starring.
Foxglove Studios said Judah's popping and locking? The heck does that mean? What the heck? What the heck does that popping and locking? What is that? I'm popping and locking? Is this some kind of weird dance craze or something?
That's what you were doing.
Yeah, apparently this. That's popping and locking.
I guess
That's
so
just calling it
nowadays.
stupid. Let's call it stupid Dan.
And that's going to be in this. That's my new intro for this channel. It's going to be you doing. That's my new intro. Someone clicks on the video. They want to see
I'm going
why
down.
did Anakin why did Anakin turn to the dark side? It's gonna show them that's the intro. Because Judah was doing that. That's why Anakin turned.
Yeah, I would turn to the dark side too if I saw me doing that.
Oh, that's what he meant right here.
Breaking it down to the ground. Yeah, that's right. I'm not gonna do that.
Are people still typing in I? Like why? God. Oh. Okay. Well, they left, but we are actually going to stream on my other channel, Luca Lounge. So we're going to stop at this one, and we're going to be going on to my other channel right now. And he's back, but we are doing that soon. So
whoops! I meant to click the chat button. To see what people were saying, and I clicked the leave button, which are conveniently placed right next to each other. And if you click leave, it doesn't come up with like, "Are you sure?" They like StreamYard if you're watching and you're not. I keep saying as if someone's going to watch this. And when you click on leave, have a little pop-up that says, "Are you sure?" Because someone might accidentally click that. It's just a thought. Like everyone else. Now my camera's crooked. It's terrible. There it goes.
You kind of sound like George Lucas right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you want to go over to the Luca Lounge?
Does anyone want me to grow a mustache?
Please don't say I.
Everyone, say I. If you want me to grow a mustache, because I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. Everyone's got to grow a pandemic mustache if you can grow one.
Okay,
that's just a requirement, and I've never even bothered to try. Foxglove. Oh my. Nope.
Oh my gosh! Look at all these eyes.
And then they would change their mind apparently. Okay, bud.
All right. Well,
buddy boy.
Thank you for joining.
Oh my God, Bud's gaming said nope, and then he's like commented like 5,000 times.
Spamming I.
He's spamming I.
Do you like it where it shows the leaves in the background?
It doesn't matter to me. I like it either way. I kind of think I like it better the other way, actually.
Yeah, me too. I don't want them to see my amazing bed.
It is an amazing bed.
It's very comfortable.
Weird.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and go over to Luca? I kind of want to do that because I have to use the bathroom.
Probably so. I think we've exhausted all the Star Wars topics we can talk about unless anyone's got any questions.
Yeah, unless, I can look up any more Star Wars stuff. Let me see what's going on. It's all Junior Carano news, so.
I know they kicked out Cara Dune. Some people are really annoyed by that. She did kind of compare things that probably shouldn't be compared, but almost certainly shouldn't be compared, but
definitely.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, ultimately, Lucasfilm and Disney, by extension, are private companies that get to do whatever they want. So, no one really has the right to complain as if, like, this is unfair treatment because it's just, they're private companies. So,
yeah.
It is what it is.
My question is, there's a show coming out about Rangers of the New Republic, and that show is supposedly going to have Cara Dune as the main character. So I'm kind of wondering who's going to be the Ranger of the Republic now, for that show. I'm thinking it could be like these pilots or something. I'm not sure.
Hallocast to now. That's weird. Judah, what is your favorite food? Ice cream. I like ice cream. George Smith. Judah, do you like cats? Personally, I'm not a big cat fan. because I have birds, and birds and cats don't mix. But
No, they don't.
cats are cute. I kind of like cats, as long as they stay away from my birds.
I have an outdoor cat. Yeah. Judah likes it either way.
That's true. I'm okay with spam. I've done it before. I like spam.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Spam is good. Everyone spam. I'm just kidding. Judah is a cat. That's weird, but okay.
You gotta lick your hand now.
Meow, meow, meow. There.
You gotta lick your hand. Just for you.
No, I am not licking my hand. I have dignity. That's why when I say I have dignity, that's why I did this.
Dignity. You know, let's both do it. My new intro.
Oh yeah, do it. Or not.
I don't know how to do it. You're the master at it.
That's true. Apparently, it's called popping and locking, which I think is stupid. It sounds like you're loading a gun or something.
Oh my gosh! I never. Oh, Kahoot. That's gonna be next podcast. Either the next one. So I have two ideas for the next one. One is what's the best order to watch Star Wars in, and the other one was a Kahoot game with all my
the order
friends.
in which it goes. First
You think that's the way?
But no, the order in which it was made, I think, like you go.
I don't agree.
You don't agree? Watch the original trilogy, and then watch the trilogy from the 90s, I suppose, and then watch watch Rogue One, and then watch Han Solo, and then, well, maybe not. Han Solo wasn't that good. Watch Han Solo anyway, and then watch...
Yeah, watch Han Solo very last.
And then watch The Mandalorian, and then watch, I don't know, the Clone Wars after that. It didn't really matter after that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be giving this advice.
I think so.
However you darn want to watch it, okay? We're not here to make your decisions, okay?
Yeah. That's true. All right. So yeah. Pretty interesting. So, you got anything else to say?
No, not really. I guess we're going over to the Luca Lounge now. Stay safe, everyone. Come over to the Luca Lounge. I want to see 6 viewers on the Luca Lounge. No, other than that, stay safe, stay sane, and stay alive.
Right. All right. Goodbye.